What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Fight Like Hell podcast. It's episode 28. I'm fumbling my words. It's August 23rd, 2021. We're coming to you on a Monday. And for the first time in, I think, 5 weeks, it's
Yeah.
actually just Austin and I. What's up, heterosexual life, mate?
How's it going, man? Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since it's just been me and you.
I know. And it actually would have continued the trend if there wasn't a miscommunication on someone's end.
Yeah, it was
Who
my fault this time.
who fucked up, Austin?
It was my fault this time.
Tell us what happened and tell us who our listeners get next week.
Well, I originally scheduled a guest, and I thought I scheduled it for today, but apparently I scheduled her for last night, and that didn't work because Rob wasn't available last night.
Yeah, because Rob was still in Douglas, Wyoming with his lovely girlfriend,
Yeah,
as
because
he planned to be.
Rob acts like he has to have a life or something. I mean, geez.
No, I was literally going to be back. We had discussed make sure that was back on Monday. Because didn't we do like a podcast last week on Wednesday or something like that?
No, it was Monday. We did it on Monday last week because we had Carla on.
Oh yeah, she was a sub-in. Because
Yeah.
all right, cool, whatever. We're not gonna go into this. I'm sure people are like, just shut the fuck up and get into the podcast. But yeah, this. It's almost weird not having a guest, but at the same time, I mean, this is how we did probably our first like 10 episodes mixed in
Yeah.
with like 1 or 2 episodes here with a guest. But I guess we'll get into the start weekend adventures. What did you do this weekend, Austin?
Nothing. Nothing.
You sure?
Same as usual.
There was
Nothing.
nothing.
Laid in bed, worked on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing usual.
Mm-hmm. That sounds pretty lame.
So I don't have an exciting life like you.
I mean, like, trying to think exactly what I did this weekend too, because
You know the demo derby.
oh yeah, thank you for being someone that actually remembers shit. I forget my own
Only
weekend.
because you tell me everything.
Literally everything. This poor guy. Anyways, yeah, I went to demolition derby with Steph, the girls, and her parent. And we actually, before we went to that, we actually all went to dinner and had a really nice dinner over at the steakhouse that she's been working at. So we had a bomb ass meal on the parents, which was kind of nice. Um, yeah, and then we went to Demolition Derby, uh, helped move some stuff around this weekend, and that's pretty much it. It wasn't like a wild weekend or anything like that.
Well, I mean, it was, but
I mean, it was, but we're not actually going to talk about
not going to get into that part of it.
Put it this way, Steph and I increased our love and compatibility for each other this weekend, and some other crazy shit happened. It wasn't.
We don't want to hear about your
directed
sex life like that. Jeez.
at- Uh,
Or lack
actually,
thereof.
I played cribbage this weekend as well,
Fully clothed.
fully clothed. So
No more naked cribbage, huh?
yeah, it was way too distracting last time. It was awesome. I fucking liked it. Yeah, like it was really good. But yeah, no, it was a good weekend for Steph and I. It was. I mean, like I'll just say it this way. That way, we're not being too nonchalant with our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I personally had a rough week with the whole Afghanistan stuff. Some very very bad things kind of happened. Steph was going through some personal issues on her end, and we were even to the point where we didn't even know if we were going to hang out this weekend, but instead we did. And it was one of those weekends that both of us had a lot of stress going on in our lives, yet neither person projected that onto the other person. So honestly, I felt like the relationship was really fantastic this weekend because sometimes, like, as humans, we get upset about shit. And in my past, like, I've been guilty of taking out things that are going on in my personal life on the people that I care about the most, and usually like my significant other, um, and just not having like a proper way to vent frustration and unfortunately take it out on the people you care about. Like I used to do that shit to my parents too.
Mhm.
So it was nice that we came together and we had a good weekend together. Well, wild shit was going on. So yeah, that was my weekend. And
Fun and exciting things.
yeah. Oh, we went to a fair too. I guess that
Well, yeah,
counted.
it was part of the crash derby, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Um. So what do we got next for notes?
That's it. That's the podcast.
That's it. That's
Done.
the podcast, everyone.
Done.
Peace.
2 minutes.
Thanks for tuning in. Buy Fight Like Hell gear. Buy Lift Heavy. Drink whiskey.
Don't buy anything from Saber 6.
Buy everything from Save Our Six. And
He just puts it in his pocket. Don't buy it from
yo, I actually want to take a moment on shouting someone out though to buy shit from us.
No, we can't. She's not American. We can't shut her out.
We need to shout out Sam, because Sam, you know, a lot of people probably think that Sam just works for us and does photos for us, and we have some sort of drug deal with her where we
do.
give her
It's maple
clothing.
syrup. We trade maple syrup for for photos, or for gear. We trade maple syrup for gear. She sends us maple syrup. We send her gear. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, between both companies, this girl has spent like probably
a lot of money.
$500. Like she buy like every single piece of merch that you see her wearing in her photo shoots, she pays for. So I know that there's been a couple people that have gotten my DMs and asked me to hook them up with stuff, and I know it happens at
all the
Vigilant
time,
and Humble
every day,
every day, a lot. And it's one of those things that like we're always down to offer you guys like a promo code to see if you're interested. And we've worked with photographers and models before, but I just think it's
I mean, look at the run in the other photo there. He's a professional model right there.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. No, the guy behind you.
Right here.
I was talking about Ali. I mean, it's a professional model.
She's a little model herself. I need to post. Someone was telling me that I should start like a YouTube channel for her and just like her adventures. I was like, I don't have time for that shit, man. Like, I love my dog, and she's included in a lot of things that we do, but fuck, man, like I barely manage her poor little Instagram page
that you never post on.
I need to. I have so many pictures and videos of her over the last.
You keep saying you need to post on there, but you never post on there.
All right, high key, like not a secret. I'm managing, I think, 5 different Instagrams right now.
Excuse me. Have you even posted anything for Utah Warriors?
I got Saber 6.
Huh?
I got Utah Warriors. I got Alleys.
The only 2 you actually care about are Rob and
Saber 6.
Yeah, you post on 2 of them.
I post on Fight Like Hell. But yeah, it's rough. And then like you can only be like signed into 2 at once, so like it's painful.
What are you talking about?
Press the button and like switch to.
I'm signed into 5 at once.
I mean, I am too, but like you have to, like you can double tap your logo.
Oh well, yeah. The auto switch. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Only signing to 1. You just have to hold it down. It takes like an extra second.
But anyways, the whole entire point of this conversation was that we love Sam. She buys a lot of shit from us. And we got some stuff to look forward with her because she's gearing up to do another photo shoot for all 3 companies. Well, all 3. That would be 1, 2, 3. So it would be Fight Like Hell, Saber 6, and Vigilant and Humble.
Do you know what you're talking about?
No, I'm at this point just like rambling about random shit. It's so weird not having a guest, like, because like I feel like we're just gonna go on tangents because we're not even like.
I mean, Rob's good at that. It's okay. Rob's good at going on tangents.
I know. Like I told Austin at the beginning of this, he's like, I did all the work and did all the show notes. I'm like, yeah, you did your job. He's like, well, what's your job? I'm like, I am the fucking face and I am the voice of this podcast. Just like you're an
So,
asshole.
so you think at least?
Oh, I know.
I'm sure
I know.
remove you from the stream now.
Nah, that'd be fucked. Yeah,
Fuck
no,
that guy.
DMs are definitely closed, but and
You have to take off your shirt. We're gonna do this shirtless and say that Rob's DMs are open for a limited amount of time.
I mean, maybe I should do that as like
It's got a whole
a
pass.
sale thing, or like like give out merch. The more merch you buy, the more clothing I'll take off. I don't know if Steph's gonna
every sale gets a topless pic of Rob.
gets a what?
Topless pic of Rob.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could do that. She knows.
And if you spend over $200, you get a bottom pic of Rob.
Oh shit. I don't know if she'll agree with that.
If it's over $200, what does that have to set a price limit?
Let's just say
Everything for a
make
price.
more stripping, so like I'll probably hold back on that and keep my together. All right, let's get into our notes. So, fantasy football was thrown on here. You know what? I'm not gonna get into the drama that went down in my league this year, but there was
No?
wild shit. You know what? Should I?
I mean, we gotta make content.
This is good content too. All right. So someone that I've known for like 20 years and has been playing in the league that I commission for 9 seasons now, um, decided to opt out of this year's. And we have to go back a little bit in the story to understand why he opted out. So at the end of last season, I won fantasy football. I won my league. It was close to an $800 payout on a $160 buy-in. For those of you who understand fantasy football or don't, it's 16 weeks. So it literally works out to about $10 a week that you're gambling with. I end up winning it all with minimal effort. I literally only watched one football game this year, and it was with Austin, and it was the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, yep.
The reason why I decided to not watch the NFL were 2 reasons. One, because I realized I was wasting 3 to 6 hours to 9 hours, anywhere from 3 to 9 hours on my Sundays, just watching stuff that I had no control over. Like,
not like you have a life or anything.
yeah. And I was doing like a shit ton of traveling last summer, fall, and winter. I was just doing shit on the weekends. So, like, free up my time. The other reason was an ethical thing. And, I hope those of you who follow along with this don't like kind of take a moment to look at it from this perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I got really tired of the whole entire kneeling for the flag during the national anthem.
Well, because, it just became about politics.
Yes. And, like, I'm not against any type of movement or, freedom for, Black Lives Matter or anything like that. But I'm against doing anything but standing for the flag. Maybe I sound like an old veteran or something like that.
You are.
Ironically, I know the veteran who helped Colin Kaepernick start his movement. He's a part of one of the social groups I'm actually a part of. And the dude's a great guy. He's a special forces guy. He was telling him that, like, this is the most respectful way that you could demonstrate something. But I don't know. I kind of want sports to be sports.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what
we're watching. I I was almost even in my mind, and this is just my personal opinion. I didn't mind when the NBA would do things on the back of their jerseys, like they were doing, like, your Black Lives Matter, respect. I'm trying not to go down a rabbit hole, and
it'll happen.
But the point is, like, I do believe that police brutality is a terrible thing, but I also look at it from this way: the percentages are much lower that you're going to be brutally attacked by a police officer while getting pulled over than the millions of engagements that police officers have on a daily basis. Save Our Six and Vigilant Humble supports the police. We're not of the realm of defunding them and giving them less money.
The
We
complete
want,
opposite.
yeah, we want them to be funded. That way they can have better training. That way they can handle stressful situations better. But just as much as anywhere in life, if you put 100 people in one room, there's a probability that you have at least one idiot or one crazy person in that room.
And Rob's both of those.
Yeah, actually, I am. Mainly the crazy person. But the point is, you start doing that across the board with jobs. Every single job, including IT to sales or whatever you're doing, you're gonna have idiots and you're gonna have psycho people that mix in. But that doesn't mean that every single person in that career field is a problem. But all right, so going back to the whole fantasy football thing, I wrote a text to him when he was talking shit about the fact that I won the championship. He's like, "You put zero effort into it. I think it's bullshit that you won." I was like, "Listen, man, I wanted to do adventures on the weekends, and honestly, I didn't want to watch a bunch of professional athletes taking knees for the flag that I served under, and that some of my brothers and sisters died for." And he said nothing to me. And before that, we were arguing back and forth about shit. So I waited about a week to cool down. Keep in mind, this guy's been my friend for 20 years. And I decided to write him a message. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. We're fighting over fantasy football. And I wrote him a message saying, hey, I might have overreacted on some things. I'm really sorry. Our friendship means something to me. Can we please just squash this and move on? And, he didn't say anything. So I was back in February or probably January, or December. It was in December because that's when fantasy football ends. It ends before the playoffs. So fast forward to a few weeks ago when I sent out my email invites to everyone. This person decided to email the entire group that we're in and basically go on a rant about how Rob is racist. He doesn't believe in Black Lives Matter. That he's narcissistic, and all he cares about is himself. And if you didn't serve your country, and probably even if you did serve your country, he thinks he's better than you because of the line of work that he was in. So he went on a big tangent about how I'm a horrible person, that I think I'm better than everyone else, and that he wouldn't play in the league. I was really upset, and I think did I call you first before I emailed him back, or did I just?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and Austin, I think even advised me it wasn't a good idea to email back, but I did because I was furious because he called me out in front of all my friends.
Because Rob does what he wants.
Pretty much. And it was one of those things that I was truly offended. And, my response to him was something of the fact that I have served my country for multiple years. I've served with all nationalities, all races, and all genders. I've worked with some of the most interesting, some of the best, and a couple shitty people from all walks of life and literally all over the world. I've also traveled to 40 countries. I'm in tune with culture. I've lived in foreign countries. So I do not consider myself anything close to racist. But I also consider myself a patriot that believes in the flag and just didn't want that. So, oh, and in that email that he sent, he also included a screenshot of my conversation saying that I wasn't going to watch football for a bunch of players that are taking knees during the national anthem. So I wrote him back and said, hey, you got a problem with me, you can come talk to me. Don't try to paint me as a villain or a racist in front of some of my friends that have known me for years. Pretty much 80% of the people that play in the league are veterans or active duty. So a lot of them have similar beliefs as myself. And I also basically told him to fuck off because he's Canadian and he doesn't get it because he never has and never can serve this country. And he decided to write me back and pretty much bash on me and told me that there I go, being egotistical and thinking that I'm better than everyone else. Of course, you bring in the Canadian part. And he said, so if people didn't serve, I guess you think they're a piece of shit. So I guess you think that your mother's a piece of shit, which was super offensive because he's always been very close to my family. But I ended up saying nothing back. We decided it was better that way. And after there were some other choice words that he used and a couple things that he said that was pretty fucked up. He said I ruined his wedding because a couple pictures that he took I didn't smile in.
How dare you?
I was also battling some severe depression at that moment because I think 2 days before the wedding, one of my first friends that I served with killed himself, and I was pretty upset. I had a lot of shit going on in my personal life, but God forbid I don't smirk in a picture and just have face like
you're
that.
only allowed to smile.
Yep, full teeth. But anyways, so yeah, fantasy football is going to be interesting this year. A couple of reasons, because that dude's gone, his wife's gone, and we brought in a couple of new players who are friends of friends within the league, and we're bringing in Steph. She wants to play.
She has no idea what she's doing.
She doesn't. I just told her, let her team be auto drafted, and then every week all she has to do is fucking press optimize. And if she's got injured players, I'll show her how to switch it out. We set up her team last night, the management of it, and we got to figure out our draft date because NFL kicks off on the 9th, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have our draft that weekend before, so it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, Steph and I stay together through the entire season. Otherwise, it's gonna be super awkward. But
yeah,
I found that funny. No one else did. You didn't even laugh.
I'm not sure what just happened, but you super cut out and you're out of sync now.
Completely?
Oh, there you go. You're back now. You were completely glitched out and were out of sync for a second.
Okay.
You're good now though.
Glitch on my end. So I wonder if it glitched on the recording.
Oh yeah, it's still glitching a little bit.
How bad?
I can hear you, but your just whole body was glitching.
Okay. I don't see it. My hand's moving.
Yeah.
Can you hear the audio at least?
Yeah, no, like I said, I can hear the audio is fine.
Oh, then so. We have way more listeners on audio than video, so fuck it.
Is that the thing?
If you're watching this one, I might be a little glitchy. Anyways, so that's fantasy football. Let's get on to let's do the fitness one next, and then we'll get into the move.
Okay.
So what did you put there for a note?
Fitness aspects.
What did you mean by
that? Can you
that?
not read?
I can.
You're the one that said you want to talk about the whole fitness thing.
I said we should talk about post 75 hard, where we're at right now and what we're doing.
Well, there you go. That's what I meant.
Okay. Well,
you're the one that wanted to talk about it, so
please tell us what is going on in your fitness. And
nothing.
What is not? Yeah. Austin, damn it.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I know you've been eating a lot of Sour Patch Kids. Have you been working out? This is an intervention. Really?
No.
I thought you were at least working out. I was under the impression you were.
I haven't in 2 weeks.
All right. People who are listening to this episode, both of us, or DM Fight Like Hell. That way I can see it. Or Save Our Sticks. start calling Austin out. This motherfucker made so much damn progress in the 75 hard. He's about ready to piss it away.
Speaking of piss, I gotta piss. I'm gonna leave. I won't come back though.
You're really gonna go piss and
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
No,
All right.
remove myself from the stream. It's gonna be all you for the rest of that podcast.
I don't know if I would put up that note about fitness if you weren't doing fitness. Now, like, we have this awkward conversation.
What about you, Rob?
I've been crushing my workouts. My bicep.
Even though you didn't finish 75 hard though, so you know.
I mean, I didn't finish 75 hard because I was fucking injured, and I chose
excuses,
whatever, man. Actually, I'm not even gonna get into that because, like, I don't want to do it. I respect the people that want to do it.
I'm just giving you shit.
It was not a good program for me, and I don't even think it was more or less unattainable. As if I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I didn't do it. I did fail at it, and that's what it comes down to. It's a very challenging thing, and you should be really proud that you did it. But on the flip side, you should have stayed with your fitness. Listen, if I'm going to be funneling money off of you for the rest of my life, because I'll probably die before you, either in a terrible accident, something stupid I did, or
I mean, you are like 10 years older than me, so
10 years older than you. But if I'm going to be getting support from Vigilant and Humble and Fight Like Hell along down the road, I need you healthy.
I mean, you're almost 50, so
not almost 50, not even close. Still have 11 years. Anyways, forgot how old I was for a second. For fitness, for me, my bicep has definitely healed. Strength's coming back. I'm able to do push-ups again. I'm able to.
Did you ever hear back from the VA?
Nope. But I also didn't pursue it enough, so kind of on me. I've been actually.
It's also the VA though, so
yeah. I've been debating on going back on like Adderall or Ritalin, because as a kid, like I had ADHD. I still have ADHD.
Well, so do I.
Did you ever take Adderall or Ritalin?
Fuck no, I didn't.
Why not?
Just never felt the need to.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess I just never. I don't know. Was never tried it. I guess
it's not super addictive, but if used properly, like
right,
it's
like 10 pills a day.
No, like if used properly at the right dosage per your body weight, size, age, shit like that, it's pretty incredible. Like
I just use caffeine for that.
But the problem is caffeine stimulates you, but doesn't narrow your focus. The only thing I didn't like about Ritalin or Adderall was you had to be in the middle of what you needed to be doing. Because let's say that I needed to write a paper for college or something like that. If I was playing video games waiting for that shit to kick in,
you'd spend the next 5 hours.
It'd be like 6.5 hours later, and I haven't moved from the couch because I'm still playing video games. Yes, I ranked up like 20 ranks, but like, yeah. But if you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's pretty good. And the only reason why I was debating on it is, the next topic that we're going to get into is we're going to talk about my move to the Grand Canyon, and
where you're going to actually have to work.
I work now.
No, you don't. What'd you do today, Rob? How was today, Rob?
We don't need to talk about that. My boss ever listens to this.
Did you do any work today, Rob?
I did work today.
Did you do any work yesterday?
Yesterday wasn't.
Oh, okay. What about Friday?
Yo, this idiot today.
I did. My brain.
It's Friday. I'm like, what? It's fucking Monday. What are you talking about? It's Friday. Yeah, so you don't even know what day it is.
And so you did work today. What, you cleaned your car?
I cleaned my car while closing tickets.
Yeah. How many tickets to close? Day 0?
I mean, like in my head or reality?
Oh, in reality.
A lot. Let's say a lot.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
You can't prove nothing. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, or I think I didn't go into great detail on this in previous podcasts, but a couple months ago now, or maybe like a month and a half ago, back at the beginning of July, I accepted an offer to go do IT and cybersecurity and system admin work, running a team out of the National Park Service up in the Grand Canyon. Technically down because I'm leaving Wyoming and going down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty cool promotion. It's kind of scary. They're giving me my own team.
You actually have to go into an office and work.
Yep. Yeah. So I will once I get there, will be probably the end of my permanent telework because I've been teleworking now since March of 2020. I go into offices occasionally. Like tomorrow, I got to go in and do a data switch and server upgrade to
Mhm.
look.
I mean, at least now you won't have to drive 5 hours just to, make sure, a plug's in.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know that, a few weeks ago, we had a server that was supposedly down. I hadn't taken my new government car anywhere, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go work on a server." It's like 2.5 hours away. Me and Ali will go out there. We drive 2.5 hours one way to get there. This motherfucker was like halfway plugged in. That was it. And I called the site the day before and asked them to look at it to see if it was plugged in, and it was powered on. They told me yes. Both.
Well, I mean,
So
technically it was. It was plugged in and powered on.
all I had to do was like
I mean,
find it,
technically.
like, plug it right. So did 5 hours of driving for about 5 minutes of work, but got paid to do it, so can't complain.
Gotta love IT.
Yep. But the new job's gonna be pretty badass. Part of my interviewing was like, what's my thoughts on helicopters? It's like I used to go in them when I was in the military. It's like, okay, what's your thoughts on hiking? I'm like, pretty much any weekend I can. He's like, what's your thoughts on mules? I'm like, are they like horses? Because I haven't
I'm
ridden.
kind of an ass myself, so it works.
I mean, like, I guess that's, that's a good point. So, yeah, riding horses and the fact that I'm an ass, like, it'll work out so I can ride a mule.
Yeah, it'll be good.
You know, the mule is like a horse and a donkey?
Yeah.
Okay. This was new to me. Like, when I thought a mule was a donkey, but apparently it's both. Um, yeah, so as of right now, the end of September, I'll be leaving Wyoming permanently, and moving to Arizona and starting.
Yeah, I mean, well, you only got like what 2 weeks left in your house though.
Yeah, yeah. The nice thing about this promotion is it's a government PCS. As those of you who were in the military will know what that means. What that basically means is a change of primary station, and it actually stands for primary change of station. The federal services do that for some of their leadership roles, or if you're going to go overseas. And basically, I get to sit around my house one day in the coming weeks and watch them pack up all my shit, inventory it, and
Break
send it all to
everything.
Arizona. Don't say that.
You dying over there?
I am. Probably have COVID again.
I
Have a
know.
stupid cough. Yeah. So that's what I got on the move. Let's get into something that we're both thinking about doing. Maybe you can lead this and talk about this for a little bit.
So this is your idea. I know what you're talking about.
So am I talking about?
Go.
What are you
it was,
gonna talk about? Are you just gonna do all the trending news then?
that's fine.
Okay, here we go. This is part of the reason why he complains that I talk too much. He doesn't have anything to say sometimes.
It's okay.
All right.
I'll
Anyway,
I'll just make it all about you.
that's a good way to do things. All right. So as you can see, this is my podcast now because Austin has left the screen. Hey, you can actually see my bed in this video shot. That's another thing. the house that I'm getting out in Arizona is going to be big enough that I'm going to have a room to dedicate to being a podcast. I'm stoked about that. I'm going to take lots of notes from Jason, aka Dr. Piccolo. Because,
You're gonna make your own little studio.
fuck yeah, I'm going to. I want to do something with like lighting and shit and cool stuff. But
You just have to do like RGB lighting. Just make it purple, or make it red behind you, and you'll be good.
maybe. Um. Anyways, the other thing that we're gonna get into is a possible upcoming event that both Saver Six and oh my god, I almost called you Fight Like Hell, Vigilant.
I mean, you know, so whatever.
I mean, technically it'd be Saver Six, Fight Like Hell, and Vigilant and Humble. And what we're gonna do with all three companies is we put up a poll probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, of interest in doing
Yeah.
5K, and partial proceeds would go to a wounded warrior or a veteran associated company that does things for veterans. Obviously, we have a couple in mind. We're not going to announce them on the podcast yet until we talk to a couple of these companies. But here would be the gist of what it is. We're thinking, as of right now, that this run would be late September, like the very end of September, or maybe the first week. And is October after September? Yeah.
No, it's not. It's before.
Yeah. So either really late September or the first week in October. And what it would be is a virtual run that you guys would do from your location. If you want to participate in it, we are going to have a special customized shirt for the 5K, and it will be something that like we start on a Friday and go to that Monday or something like that at any point.
Yeah.
With you just have to check in with us on social if you're doing it, and we were thinking about selling the shirts for $40. What we're gonna do is normally our shirts sell anywhere from 25 to like 28 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take $10 of that 40 for every T-shirt that we sell. Well, every virtual entry that we sell,
Right.
we're gonna get a T-shirt. We're gonna take $10 off of the top of the sale and put it into a company that represents what Fight Like Hell, Save Our Six, and Vigilant and Humble support. Someone that we actually know. That way, we know that the money is going into use for that company. There's a couple that we really have in mind, but we got to reach out to them on the back end and see what their thoughts are. And I'm assuming they're gonna love those donations from you guys. So stay tuned. More information coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the story post I did about it to see how many people, but I can't find it.
Yeah, it was from a while ago.
So, but what I did find is something I do want to bring up. I did a couple questions on my story about some questions we have here were about socks during sex and everybody's thoughts on the Crocs. So for the socks during sex, I had over 110 people vote. And what do you think the results came back as?
I'm assuming that it was mostly guys that voted. I'm gonna say they were good with wearing socks.
Wrong.
The opposite.
The opposite. 76 people voted no.
Oh
and
God.
31 people voted yes.
Probably 2 of those votes were at least mine and Saver.
Right? Six. Yeah, so it's the complete opposite, actually. Most people don't.
That's crazy. Yeah, like I like having socks on. It's like my barrier. Like I said in that one story, when we were playing cribbage, she was the Nika and I was the socks. and that's
You're with the socks.
just in socks. That's it. No
But
hat,
yeah.
and just the flow going, other things hanging, and socks.
But
I don't know
yeah,
if I'm gonna let my mom listen to this episode. Actually,
most people don't wear socks.
yeah, that's kind of mind blowing. What was the other poll?
The other poll was what's everybody's thoughts on Crocs? So this one had 130 votes, and it was close. What do you think? Do you think people voted hell yes or hell no for Crocs?
Hell no.
You're wrong.
Jesus, man, I got
There
through all
was
backward.
there was 68 people that voted for hell yes, and 60 people voted for hell no.
Wow.
So it's like half and half. A lot of
When was
people
this
hate him.
poll from? I don't even remember it.
I did it. I don't know if I have a date on this. July 24th, so the end of last month I did it.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, so a lot of people seem to like it. A lot of people don't. One, a lot of people don't wear socks during sex, and then two, a lot of people love and hate Crocs at the same time.
I'm trying to think of any other times like the first time Steph and I wore socks, and then we ended up taking a shower and going for a round two. And
You didn't wear socks during that time because you're in the shower.
no. Like we came back to bed. Anyways, I didn't wear socks,
Right.
and she basically said, "If you want this again later, stop and just stay naked." Okay. So I submitted that one time, but every other time, it's always been socks.
Yeah,
Always
I
been.
usually leave my socks on.
I know, I do too. I'm trying to think when I don't. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Probably get on to other things. This is ridiculous.
I just thought it was interesting
It is very interesting. Um,
that most people don't wear socks during sex. Apparently.
okay. So we're gonna get into a topic that we talked about in great extent last week. We didn't necessarily want to open up with it, but Afghanistan. Uh, this past week has been pretty wild for a lot of people. Um, there's a conspiracy circulating on, how we did things, why we did things, etc. Uh, it's just, it's one of those things. Actually, I remember why we put the show note in here. So last week when we did the podcast, I basically contested that, like I'm doing good, I'm fine. If anyone needs help, reach out to Save Our Six, reach out to Vigilant Humble, reach out to like hell, reach out to us. Like we want to help. And even Carla offered up her DMs as well. And she even said some thirsty guys were definitely coming after her once YouTube went live. Anyway, it's funny though because like the weird thing about mental health and running
Excuse me.
mental health is you never know if or when things are going to fuck with you. And probably about like 4 or 5 days after um, our podcast, it was like midnight one night. I called Austin just like hysterically crying, and you know, basically saying like, was it even worth it? Like why did we do this? Why did we do that? Like just like I got overwhelmed with emotions, and there was a couple of reasons that like I had a couple of very personal things that are going on in Afghanistan because I know some people that are still over there, both on the operation side and the interpreter side, and I actually got contacted by one of our friends to see if I could help get someone out of the country, and a couple other people to get help with getting outside the country, and it was just a wild week. Um, one of the things I could definitely say because it's public knowledge, and I want to respect the families of some of these other people that isn't too public. is the Taliban have been shooting up the areas where the American bases are, and people are still trying to go to, in like the Kabul um, airport, all that stuff. So it's a lot of fucked up stuff. And then like there's a couple things that I saw on social media that said that that we're all getting played, and that this was an opium crisis, that we just utilized Afghanistan for opium, and um, what was it? Lithium is another thing that you can find out.
Lithium, yeah, lithium's a huge thing in Afghanistan.
Yeah, and that we're taking these deposits, but we're also paying billions and trillions of dollars. We need to get people out, and that it wasn't a real war and stuff. And in a way, some of those things are right, but like
Right.
I don't know. One of the things that I think I said on last podcast, or I know I talked about on the Saber Six Live that I did like the following night,
Mm-hmm.
is at the end of the day, like there's people over there that have dedicated years or decades, plural, meaning like 20 years,
Oh yeah.
working with America.
I mean, there's people that have been there since the very beginning.
There's people that went there before like we were actually officially there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think it's fucked the way things pulled out. Not trying to make it political, but I am
Right.
that it just
And I mean, and there's so many people going back there right now.
mhm, which is one of those
So,
predictions that I
yeah, I
made.
mean, especially like the 82nd Airborne, I've seen a lot from them. There's a lot of people from the 82nd Airborne now.
And my intel that I had last week before it was public was I already knew that the 82nd was over there. There's
Mm-hmm.
also a couple other units I knew that was going, but it wasn't public knowledge. It was still optional.
Right.
Um, yeah, so create crisis. That way you have to send people back. But I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to believe that. But part of me does believe it. I honestly like the way fucking media works now. Like I don't know what the fuck to believe.
Right.
Not many good, reliable sources that will pander to both sides. Like Steph's friend showed me a podcast the other day, and she's like, "Oh, I love this podcast. It's really good. You gotta check it out." And I started listening to it, and a lot of the stuff I agreed with at first, but then I realized that it's pretty much 100% right. And I'm not against right wing ideology as a full thing, but I'm also not against left wing ideology as a full thing. Like
Right.
I float somewhere
Yeah.
else.
You're a conservative, right in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say right in the middle because more of my ideology matches up with right wing ideology as
Right.
military.
Mine too. Yeah.
But there's definitely things from the left I agree with. And
But I mean, we're not like hard right or hard left. Like we're not gonna,
no,
we're able to listen to each side
100%.
and come to an agreement. I mean, we might not agree with everything from each side, and we might lean towards one side or the other. But we're not gonna bash somebody else if they have a different agreement.
Yeah, just because one of my friends is liberal or Republican.
I mean, just because Rob's an asshole doesn't mean I'm not friends with him.
Exactly. But I guess like to put a bow on this whole Afghanistan thing, if you're suffering or you're struggling, I don't want to read about you, killing yourself over this, because
Right.
you have people that actually do give a shit and can empathize with your situation, or at least listen. So, and I would also say that like it was pretty cool after that podcast and after the SOS Live. At a certain point, I had well over at least 20 communications last week alone on the topic of our podcast with Carla and the SOS Live, and people just checking on me, or telling me that they know someone that's not doing well, or maybe they weren't doing well. So, like, that's the good in social media. That
Yeah, and I mean that's the hardest part though. Like for most people, is just the first initial reaching out because they don't want to feel vulnerable or weak.
yeah, definitely. So reach out if you guys need anything, and let's get into some trending news.
Yeah, so there's two pieces of trending news that recently happened. One involves Rob. Um,
Does not, but okay.
Say Rob won't be able to make an OnlyFans anymore, unless he's gonna do PG-13 content.
What if shirtless counts as PG-13?
I'm sure it does. You don't have boobs, so you're good.
Okay.
You just can put feet pics on there and call it good.
Yeah, I don't get all that. But yeah, go ahead and lay it down.
But yeah, I mean, OnlyFans as of starting in October will no longer be allowed to have XXX content.
Yeah, sexual content.
Yeah.
Which is fucking bananas.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they made how much last year, Austin?
Like I said, they made $2 billion in 2020.
Yes. They literally probably beat the only other company that probably did better than them was Amazon. But
Right.
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
not billion. That is
Yeah.
billion.
And then something I read was they were projected to do 20% more this year.
Well, yeah, girls
that.
found out that they can take pictures of their fucking feet or put a mask on and show their hoo ha and their fucking tits
Yeah, there was one I saw that she made like $2 million in like 48 hours.
Yeah, and then there were some girls that were just like doing the same quality pictures and content that you could get on Instagram with no nudity.
Yeah, they're just doing lingerie photos
Mm-hmm.
and making billions of dollars, millions of dollars.
Yeah, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
A lot of money.
Yeah, so kind of fucking wild.
Rob missed his opportunity.
I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my clearance would have went with that too. So I stayed.
Well, I mean, clearance doesn't matter if you're making enough money.
But if it ends,
then... True. I mean, if you're making $1 million a month, does your clearance really matter?
Yeah, maybe I mean, like, I'm talking like not even 3 weeks into like the pandemic last year. One gay dude reached out to me. He's like, "Rob, I'm like, what?" So like, it's been put in my ear a couple times to start one, both guys and girls. Yeah, more guys than girls though, which is kind of awkward. But
yeah. So originally, OnlyFans started in 2016.
Wow.
But it was it was originally made to be like a Patreon where you subscribe to people to see like the premium content. It wasn't originally made to be a porn site. But
like we talked about today, like if you're a company that wants to start like basically an OnlyFans, fucking do it, man. You could probably even take more from the content producers now because you almost have them in a chokehold where you're their only option.
Yeah, so I figured out what's wrong with them. They're based out of the UK. That's what's wrong with them.
I was gonna say if it was Canada, it would make a lot more sense.
Oh, yeah. Sam's gonna message you and be like, "Why are you talking so much shit on Canada?"
Sam wants to be living in America. She doesn't really care. I'm pretty sure she even said that on her podcast.
Yeah.
But I guess we should get on to our little last one.
Jesus. So this is something of it was one of the questions that popped up when I started. This chick made $20 million per month on OnlyFans.
Who is she?
$20 million a month.
What did she do?
I don't know.
Is it sexual content?
Yeah. Like $20 million a month.
Patreon allows nudity, so
Do they?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So I wonder if they're gonna take over on that. Everyone will just go to Patreon.
I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. $20 million a month. That's a lot of fucking money.
I agree.
And okay, so the next news we have is about the robot uprising.
Yes, our friend Elon Musk, heavy supporter of podcasts. We've had him on twice. He
Yeah.
got stoned one time. Stocks in Tesla went down and then they went back up. Oh wait,
Oh wait, no, you're thinking of Joe Rogan.
I'm thinking of Joe Rogan. My bad.
Same thing.
But
Same
yes,
podcast.
Elon Musk. Dude, someone messaged me the other day and said that we should interview Joe Rogan. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
Right? Yeah, good luck with
yeah,
that.
like this.
Right?
Literally the godfather of fucking like podcasting.
Right, yeah. We're gonna have him on tomorrow. Like, no
Yeah.
big
Oh
deal.
yeah.
I'll
By
just
the way,
I'll
that's
text
why
him right
everything got
now.
fucked up. Like
I'll text him
actually,
right now. No big
he was
deal.
supposed to be our guest
Yeah.
Sunday, and I couldn't be there. So
Yeah, I'll just shoot him a text real fast. No worries.
yeah. Ask him if he wants to go live. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and the person's like, "You should be optimistic," and I'm like, "No, I'm being
It's Joe Rogan. Do you know who Joe Rogan is?
I think it would be cool, and if I could ever go on his show, I would definitely do it. But
Right.
like, we're not he doesn't go on other people's podcasts that are like his best friends. Like,
Right. No, they.
Getting him on Save Our Six.
I don't even know the last time he was on a podcast other than his.
He occasionally goes on like Ari's or trying to think of the other comedian that he's friends with. The dude that just like broke his arm and leg. Tom Segura.
Yeah. Tom Segura.
Yeah, Segura.
Yeah. Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Burt Kreischer.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
It was Your Mom's House, I think.
Okay, yeah.
His wife and him. But
the one with him and Burt Kreischer that was hilarious.
Yeah. Bert's crazy. But all right, back to Tesla, man. Like our fucking Elon Musk. What did you find in the news?
So Tesla just came out with a robot, a Tesla bot. And it's gonna be Rob's new best friend. And it was actually made. So it was what they were saying during the Tesla AI event was it was made for unsafe, repetitive, or boring tasks. It's what it was originally made for.
I have a feeling this is gonna head us towards like, what was it?
Like iRobot. Yep.
The Uprising of the Machines.
Yeah, so this is what it is.
Elon Musk is gonna take us down. Is this thing copyrighted?
I don't know, but yeah, this is what it is. I mean, it's 5'8", 125 pounds. It can go a whopping 5 miles an hour. I mean, so just about as fast as Rob.
Way fast. Can it play hockey?
I mean, it can carry 45 pounds. It can deadlift 150 pounds. So it can carry Rob, deadlift Rob when he's too drunk to make it inside.
Give me a piggyback ride, Tesla bot.
But yeah, I mean, it has ambidextrous fingers, and the whole face is just a screen.
Yeah, it's wild. And then the thing that I was talking to Austin about when we were doing show notes on this was the crazy thing is Elon Musk has said it multiple times, especially on like Joe Rogan's podcast. He's actually worried about artificial intelligence like taking over, and this motherfucker is like producing those bots.
I mean, they're the number one like artificial intelligence company in the world right now.
Elon's gonna do this. He's gonna push us into Terminator meets iRobot.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Rob's gonna get 2 of them.
I mean, if they could fight each other.
The question is, would you buy one?
No. Fuck no.
If they were cheap, would you buy one?
No, like what if
No.
like the programming on them go weird, man? Like what if that thing just came in the middle of the night and strangled you?
No, I agree. It's
How are you gonna
iRobot.
defend yourself from a fucking robot? Like throw water on it? I'm assuming it's got like a damp feature where it can
It's
get
probably
wet.
it's probably waterproof. I mean,
Yeah,
most technology nowadays is waterproof. You just have to have a flamethrower or shotgun next to your bed.
yeah. Or like a kill switch on the front of it. Something
Only Elon Musk has those. Sorry.
yeah. He's like,
Elon Musk has the master kill switch.
we just made. I think there's what 34 million. Let's see how many people are in the U.S. I'm gonna look.
A lot.
Oh
But yeah, I mean, it'll be crazy.
man. Okay, so 328.2 million people as of 2019. So
Yeah.
like, he's gonna make 330 million of these bots.
Just
and
replace everybody.
Just take over. Like we're fucking done.
I mean, he's already the supreme overlord. It's okay.
Him and Bezos.
Yeah, tech genius is, you know.
Well, I don't know why, but I'm yawning. I'm getting tired, so we should get an ATI.
Why are you yawning over there?
I don't know.
Are you saying I'm boring?
I mean, I got home at like fucking 2:30 last night. I slept
Well,
for,
whose
like,
fault is that?
um,
Steph's.
I would say Steph, but like I want to be polite and say it was my fault. Actually, I could have left there.
Well, technically, it's someone else's fault, but we won't mention that.
I could have left there around like 10:30, maybe 11, but instead I stayed till midnight to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, originally you were supposed to leave at like 4.
Yeah, but some stuff went down, and we're just gonna keep it off the podcast.
Yeah.
Out of respect for her. All right, hit me with some ATI.
Okay. If you could live the day of anyone else's life, who would you pick?
You only get one day though, I think.
One day. If you could be one person for a day.
Probably Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
because I would just take like a shit ton of money and like give it to Robert Zemcic.
Like, give to this guy.
And I would put it into the companies that I want to put it into. I'd invest like I'd take like $1 billion and throw it at me first, and then I would take another billion and give half of it to Save Our Six, half of it to Vigilant and Humble, and then take $1 more billion, so $3 billion.
That's it.
Put it into Fight Like Hell podcast, and we'll be set.
Yeah, then we have Joe Rogan on.
Think he might come if we offer him like $100 million.
Yeah. Or even just like 1 million.
I mean, like we're gonna have $1 billion, and we're using it on the podcast.
Well,
we can
then,
spare 100.
Well, no, because then we can have real guests. And we'll offer them each $10 million each guest. Then we can have everybody we've ever dreamed of on.
I mean, like, wonder how long that will last. Yeah, we'll just get everyone on. We'll get like real superstars.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like I was privileged into shit.
Yeah, no, I think I do the same thing, but with Elon Musk.
See, I don't know if I could handle Elon Musk's brain powers. Did you ever hear like the famous quote that they said when Joe Rogan's like, you know, you think a lot, like you got a lot going on up there. He's like, what would it be like to just like have that brain power for one day? Did you hear what he said?
No.
He's like it's a lot. He's like, wouldn't want to be me. Like his brain is constantly going.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, okay. I almost picked him too, but I changed it. So next question: why do you pronounce the Caribbean islands one way and Pirates of the Caribbean another way? Yet they're spelled the same.
I mean, it depends on the person. Some people say them both the same way, though.
Have you heard people saying Pirates
The
of
Caribbean,
wait, how Caribbean
the
Islands.
Caribbean islands, and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, same thing.
Pirates of the Caribbean Islands. No. People say
Yes,
Pirates of the Caribbean, the Caribbean Islands.
I've heard both.
Pirates of Caribbean. No, it's Caribbean.
Well, yeah, both of them are.
Oh my god. This was kind of a throwaway question that we almost used on Carlo last week. Let's go on to the next one. Let's
I mean, you're a throwaway question, so it's okay.
just fucking go.
Do caterpillars know they're about ready to be a butterfly, or are they like, what the fuck am I doing in this cocoon? I don't know. You tell me, Rob. What do you think?
I think those motherfuckers are halfway related to the mobs. So fuck them first off.
Your best friends.
But I think they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't think they know that they're gonna be a cocoon to a butterfly.
I don't know, because do other animals know about different things that they're doing? Like, are they just doing it because it's their natural instinct, or do they know that they have to do this?
Well, then I guess if you go with natural instincts, it's almost the opposite. Maybe they do know that they're gonna go to cocoon to butterfly, because yeah, I mean, like I think about that with my dog sometimes. That like she has never been trained as a bird dog, hunting bird dog, but she comes from a line of bird hunting dogs, and she
Right.
literally stalks every fucking bird she sees.
Or squirrel, or bee.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about bees, Rob.
Oh yeah. So I'm pretty sure that my dog's immune to bees things because keep catching her fucking with bees and attacking because they're like slower than the flies that she goes after or the gnats. And like I come outside and she spits out a bee and it's like curled up in the fetal position. Like, god damn it, she just like bit in her bee. And I don't know if she's gotten stung yet or not. I'm pretty sure that like
She's just too fast for him.
apparently. I'm pretty sure that she probably has and just doesn't seem to be bothered by it or something because the past 3 summers, ever since she was a baby, every summer she fucks with bees and wasps, and so yeah, I think she's possibly immune to them.
Yeah. And then something my wife was talking about today, that sharks don't know camels exist.
I mean, like, there's never been a camel that ran across the ocean and got
Why would a camel run across the ocean?
like near the ocean. Hang on, are camels?
Camels aren't on the beach.
Where camels take to sea, September 20.
What?
Oh my god. There you go.
What? You can share it too. So.
Okay.
You've done it before, motherfucker. On our actual StreamYard, remember?
Yeah.
I
gotta like minimize some pornography.
yeah. You gotta minimize your OnlyFans content over there.
All right, let's do the share. We're gonna do that one. So
see, that doesn't look like that. Just looks like water in like Dubai or something.
That they take to the sea. Oh, and Dubai's by the ocean.
Oh, I guess it is. That just looks weird though.
This is in India.
Okay, India, Dubai, whatever.
It's not constrained by land. Okay, nice.
A special breed of camel.
It doesn't matter. I'm sure that they've had.
But are there sharks in India?
There's sharks everywhere.
Is there though?
Camel.
You can't spell.
Oh my god, shark actually came up.
Western Australia shark attack causes. Nope, that's not it.
Yep, it definitely has happened. Look at that shit.
That's Photoshop.
That is not Photoshop.
No, there you go.
Look at
That
this
one right
shit.
there.
They got
That's a
sand
that's a
shit.
that's a sand shark.
Yeah.
Hold on, no, go back. Go back one.
This one?
Yeah, and then go to that blue one. Next one, the one next to it. No, to your left. That one. That one's definitely real. There you go. A tail being attached by a shark.
Oh my god. I'm sure it's happened.
Has it though?
Probably not, but
Like
I think they've seen it.
that's
I
what you
love
gotta
these
think though.
photos.
Hey, I didn't know you were on there, Rob.
It's so Photoshopped.
Right? But yeah, I mean, do animals know that other animals exist?
I don't know. Alright. How do I end my little thing?
There you go.
Is it done?
There should be just a red button at the top that says end.
No.
Okay, well, let's see. Nope, I don't want to do that. Okay, yeah. But yeah, like I said, do penguins know that sharks are not sharks, but like, do penguins know that other animals exist that aren't like around them? Like, do penguins know donkeys exist?
I don't fucking know.
No.
Anyways, let's get on to the next one.
Okay. Next one is just for you, Rob. You're gonna read it.
Hang on, I don't even have it.
Where's your show notes? Come on, get your life together.
Oh my god. Would you rather watch your dad fuck someone who isn't your mom or watch your mom murder someone? Go ahead, Austin. You made me read.
It's okay. I'm gonna go with the second part. I'm gonna go with watching your mom murder somebody.
Yeah, I think the same as well, because I would obviously I think what I can say legally here.
Legally.
I don't condone murder, but in a hypothetical situation where I was in a movie.
In a movie.
Yeah, which was.
Did you tell me this happened last week? What are you talking about?
Which would not be real. I would help my mom get rid of the body.
That's why we didn't have the podcast yesterday.
The guests didn't make it. Yeah, offended my mother. Oh god. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna help my mom. I don't want to see my dad fucking someone else. I don't want to see my dad fucking All right. What do you got?
Would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Both are cool as fuck, but only one is Deadpool, and I fucking hate tequila. So Ryan Reynolds, definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna go with him too, just because I think it'd be a funnier interaction.
Yeah, The Rock would be cool as fuck too, but
yeah,
I hate tequila.
I like his tequila. Have you tried his tequila?
I don't like tequila.
It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth.
It's like.
You like margaritas?
No, I do, but I don't. Like, I'd rather have them with rum.
Well, yeah, but that's not a tequila. That's not a margarita.
I agree. Like, I probably have a margarita once a year. Like, Steph got one the other night. I had like a sip of it, but
you're supposed to just chug it.
No, it's a terrible idea.
So I'm gonna come over there and we're gonna do tequila shots, okay?
Yeah, good luck with that.
No.
All right. This is a really fucked up one that I decided to add. Cool, I get to answer it first. Go ahead, Austin.
Oh, what are you talking about? I just read the last one.
Oh, okay, cool. Would you rather die before or after your partner? Now you get to answer. You
That's
fucked
fine.
up.
That's fine.
Okay.
I get it. Well, one, it depends on how they die.
No, it doesn't matter.
It does too. If they're murdered in front of you, compared to if they die peacefully in their sleep, that's two completely different things.
All right, let's go with both scenarios.
So it does too fucking matter.
They're murdered in front of you. Do you want to die before them or after?
Or the question is, would you rather be murdered in front of your partner would you rather have your partner murdered in front of you?
I guess so. So what you got?
Well, I mean, that's a hard one.
Not pick this because it was easy.
I'm gonna go with me being murdered.
It's very chivalrous of you.
Well, I mean, no, because then she'd have a fucking meltdown and probably just
Also,
be a Romeo and Juliet thing.
would she might be like, fuck yeah, this dude's gone. You
What
want
are you
Austin
picking?
gone?
What are you picking?
No, but you got to answer it the way it was written originally. So like, die of normal
Before.
causes. So both of them before.
Yes. What are you picking?
So normally I would go with like the egotistical route, but
Well, yeah. That is you.
I'm kind of torn on this one because part of me really like it's gonna sound super gay, but I liked Peace, I Love You, and did you ever see that movie?
Which one?
P.S. I Love You.
Yes, that's me and my wife's. That's me and my wife's movie.
Okay,
It's my wife's
so
favorite movie.
I love that like he let her go on and like live her life and like
Right, he left her notes and clues and letters.
to like live on without him, and that's ultimately what I would want with my partner as well. Um, so I guess I would have to die before them, but here's where I'm a little bit torn. I've have had so much fucking loss in my life that losing my significant other would suck.
Mm-hmm.
They went peacefully. I would almost want to deal with that pain more than them dealing with the pain of losing me.
Right.
Kind of where I'm torn, but I think if I had to pick one, I think I'm gonna die before them.
Okay, but what if they were murdered in front of you? Which one are you gonna pick? Would you rather be murdered in front of them or have them murdered in front of you?
I think I would rather have them murdered in front of me because then I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
And then you're just gonna call me like every minute.
Pretty much. But like at the same time, like that's fucked too because like they just need to live, but like that's way more traumatizing than natural.
Well, that's yeah.
So yeah,
That
no,
just
this
makes
is
it harder.
this is a terrible question. Whoever came with this fucking ass.
Yeah, Rob.
All right. So I feel like we've run this one off the railings good enough. We got almost an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah, what's like you're gonna go sleep over there? You're gonna go take some melatonin and just pass out.
Probably. I am tired. I'm also freezing. My AC is actually like really cold tonight. And like I need to turn this shit
Woman, you're also skin and bones over there, so.
off. Okay, whatever. Now you're just attacking me personally.
Usually, isn't that what this podcast is about?
Yeah, okay. Well, you got anything you want to plug before we close out?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I got some to plug. SOS
Nope.
hats are about
Nope.
ready to drop.
They're never coming out.
Yeah, because Austin's taking fucking forever with mock.
Me taking forever? How am I taking forever?
I know you are. I know you're trying to sabotage my company from the inside.
Not my fault we can't get hats. Blame the manufacturers.
Yeah, no. Part of it is we can't get certain camo hats, but something should be coming out this week. We already have the logos. So yeah, stay tuned. Use promo code FLH.
You always fuck it up. Always fuck it up. It's FLH.
Yeah, it's like brain damage and stuff. Anyways, Fight Like Hell podcast, FLH, get you 20% off. We actually had someone purchase it from us today that used the promo code for it. So
only because it's one of our usual.
Yeah, exactly. He was telling me that he is way too hot in Florida and he needed more tank tops.
I mean, it is Florida.
Yeah. But we appreciate everyone that's listening and listen to this little bit different podcast. We haven't done one together in a while, but it was good.
Yeah, and then are we gonna release our next podcast on Sunday night? You were saying
was thinking about either doing a really late Saturday night. So we're pre-recording on Thursday
Mhm.
with this next guest for next week's episode, technically. So I was telling Austin, like, maybe we should release it on Sunday.
We're just gonna do a back to. We're gonna do a back-to-back podcast. We're gonna have a guest on Thursday, and then we're gonna have a guest on Monday. So we're gonna at least release 2 episodes back to back.
No, I don't want to do that.
No,
Too tired.
too tired. You just need an energy drink. Because you need. You just need to go chug a bang or a ring.
No, I'm good. I need sleep. All right.
You can sleep when you're dead.
Uh huh. I normally think that way, but I actually have to go to an office tomorrow and do work. All right. Well, we appreciate everyone that did. Make sure you rate us. Make sure you leave us some comments. Subscribe, unsubscribe, do all that shit. Help us with the algorithms. And other than that, this was the Fight Like Hell podcast, episode 28. Love you guys. Peace.